Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Boston Cyber set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Colts ready to go to work here offensively, and it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. With 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Rivers on the money, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton. He absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
A gain of 11.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A gain of 2.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yards he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
From the red zone now, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Trey Burton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. To return it, Darius Phillips. That it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
Bengals first down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 catches, 116 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
2nd and 3.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Cincinnati.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
6-yard line.
Second and 2. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Bengals.
Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches, and T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Bobby Okereke.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Darius Leonard on the
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
And
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. High throw, but the catch is made.
complete.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair.
And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Rivers on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hines. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Rivers. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Rivers sacked.
Xavier Williams drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the individually. I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
The tackle made.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He goes right back to Higgins, and this time he's got him. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts
1st down
as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. T. Higgins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Colts take over.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Joe Mixon.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the Bengals.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Joe Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That's good.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Rivers. A good throw here finding Pascal. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
1st and goal.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Oh, Trey Burton with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
His kick,
and he knocks it through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, Phillips. A dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Cincinnati.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Joe Mixon.
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Burrow with a throw caught by Green. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Complete to A.J. Green.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green. And at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now he gets a fresh start. Without his friend and quarterback, Andy Dalton, his leadership will be key.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brought down at the 30.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to hell and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too, because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Rodgers on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Complete to Naheem.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. He's got Burton here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rivers with a throw complete to Hilton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Geno Atkins got home that time.
And there's Geno Atkins applying the pressure again from his defensive tackle position. I know a lot of people talked about the down year he had in 2019 with only 4.5 sacks. That was his lowest sack total since 2014. But the respect he gets around the league, he hasn't missed a Pro Bowl in his last 6 seasons. Remember, he gets doubled and tripled on almost every snap.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it. Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Geno Atkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. First things first here, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at at their own 29-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go with Burrow. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This from 55 yards out. And that'll set him back 5.
Still third down.
Game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession,
so we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Burrow now off the bootleg. And he whips that one incomplete there. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Cincinnati.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. 16 yards, a first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
First down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Tackle made.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Today's final score.
A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week